Today we're going to take a look at how the IMS software and its integrated portal work together to achieve efficiency in your practice. Let's take an example of making an appointment in your practice for a patient, John Test, who's coming in as a new patient. And we have an email address that's already on file, and this patient we already have assigned and given a login and a password for the portal. So as we make an appointment, because this patient is coming in for a new patient, we can send a web form request via email to the patient simply by clicking the form and selecting email. The system will automatically send a link to the patient in their email where they can fill out the questionnaire. Let's go take a look at the email of the patient and see how the patient can document their new patient form over the portal. Here is the email that patient John Test has received from this clinic. The patient would simply come here and click on the link, which will connect them to the secure portal to the new patient forms. I'm going to go ahead and click here to go there. The patient is immediately directed to the new patient questionnaire that is designed by your clinic. In this situation, the patient can correct or update their demographics, or they can continue on simply by selecting Next. They can update their patient insurance information if anything has changed. They can verify their medications or let you know of any other medications. They can specify their allergies. They can specify their emergency contacts. And then the patient is asked about their chief complaint HPI information. So the patient would simply document saying, I would like to see this clinic due to some asthma and hay fever. And the patient has not seen an allergist before. And the patient does get some of these symptoms here, so simply by selecting yes, it expands. And the patient can even specify during which times of the year that they may have certain symptoms. I'm going to scroll down here and finish filling out the other questions. So again, the patient can move quickly by using the next or previous buttons, as I'm doing here. Or the patient may go to any specific page that is here. The system allows the clinic to customize these forms in many numerous ways. For example, if the patient had hives, the system will allow the patient to document their hives by selecting the location where the hives are. And because the questions and radio buttons are easy, even novice patients can quickly adapt and document their forms online. We're going to go ahead and move back into the IMS area and assume that this patient is walking into the clinic today that has filled out this form. Now we are looking at the IMS software. And so as the patient is being checked in, the system will prompt for any alerts and notify the staff that a patient has filled out the form online. Simply by saying, yes, we want to import it, the system will show the user all of the areas where the patient has filled out the forms. The staff simply has to select import, and the system will automatically bring in all of the values right into the EHR, as you'll see. And of course, the staff would continue checking in the patient normally, collecting copay. Now let's take a look at this patient's visit note immediately. So to go to the patient's progress note, we would simply select the patient twice. And as you can see, all of the data that is brought over comes from the patient portal. Your clinic can save 20 to 30 minutes for every new patient simply because the patients are able to not only document the information in the portal, but because the system actually brings it in as discrete data right within the system, unlike other systems that may bring it in on PDF forms or sheer text. This concludes our session on how you can improve the efficiency in your practice using IMS and its integrated portal.